her speed, getting into position, and that'll be the first foul called on Gentry Maddox in the ball game.
And Jamie Gillis going to run the risk. She's bringing Allie Gillis back onto the floor despite her 2 fouls.
The stripe. Misses the first free throw of 2. She was 2 for 2 before that miss right there. Allie Gillis coming back into the game. She picked up 2 before that miss right there. Allie Gillis coming back into the game. She picked up 2 early fouls against Green Hill in the sectional matchup and was limited in that ball game in foul trouble. She comes in here playing with 2 personal fouls. Gilbert's second free throw. Looks at the basket, flies it away, and knocks it down. So that free throw good by Gilbert. 12-5 the lead for Page with 3:06 remaining here in the first. If you're tuned in on Facebook, make sure you hit that share button and like the stream. Today's broadcast is presented by RECO. I'm Jacob Vinson, joined by Noah McKay here on Media Row in the Murphy Center. Cookeville taking on Page in the 4A state quarterfinals. Page with the basketball, mix it around, right side, top of the key, 3 on the way is good. Jordan Porter knocks it down. Her first basket of the ball game, and Page leads by 10. At the other end, Lauren Gillis, jumper in the lane, good for 2.
Good quick outlet pass for Cookeville. Get in their offense a little bit faster, see if they can jumpstart something on that end of the floor.
15-7 lead for the Lady Patriots. Cookeville looking for a stop here defensively. 2:28 remaining in the first. Cookeville in a zone defense right now, trying to slow down this Page offense. Top of the key, and the newly checked-in player in there is Kale Delata. Right side, Maddox will hand it off to Hoffman. Gives inside to Lana on the right block. Missed it. Good defense by Gillis, playing with 2 personal fouls. Here comes Roby on the run. Roby all the way to the basket. Had it stripped free. A whistle and a jump ball, and it's going to Page. Got a little bit out of control. Good defense as well inside by Jordan Porter, who got a hand on the basketball. And it will be Page basketball with 2:07 remaining in the first. They lead 15-7.
And the system rebooted a little bit, so we're in a new stream on Facebook. We are here live. You can help us out by hitting share so everybody knows the last one is not live. This one is. You just missed maybe 10 seconds or so.
Johnson James misses the baseline jumper, but they get an offensive rebound. Patriots have it again and then got away with the travel and turned it over anyway. Sadie Garrett with the steal. Here come the Lady Cavaliers. Garrett picks up. Here's Roby into the front court. Roby drives in, kicks out. Lauren Gillis, corner 3 on the way. No good. Rebound Dirksen. Had an open lane if she went back up, but doesn't take it. Cookeville's got it. Here's Gillis. Crosses over, drives. Gillis, left hand, and a foul. And Allie Gillis will be at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line with 1:37 remaining here in this first quarter as the Lady Cavaliers trail by 8. That's the 15th foul on Page, and that one is called on Kale Delata.
Allie Gillis got clocked. She went into the land of the trees, run up strong, got hit from both sides. And Cookeville settling in just a little bit here. Page has played well. Cookeville has not. They're only down 8. Still a ton of basketball to be played.
Allie Gillis has been averaging 19.5 points a ball game before their sectional game against Green Hill. Again, she was limited with a lot of foul trouble in that game. She misses the first free throw there with 1:37 remaining here in the first. She'll have a second try on the way, and that one is too strong, no good. 2 misses at the stripe, and Cookeville trails by 8, and they've left 3 points on the board from the line. 1:30 remaining in the first. Page basketball up against the zone defense. Wide open underneath on the left block. Missed the shot, got her own rebound, and then a fortunate block there by Allie Gillis as getting loose underneath was Gentry Maddox behind the zone. Had a wide open layup and missed it. Page will keep it underneath the basket left baseline side. 1:24 remaining here in the first.
Yeah, Maddox took a beat. If she just goes straight up, she has an easy lay.
A new play is no good on the shot, and Carolee Gilbert takes the basketball away. Cookeville on the run. Across the timeline comes Gilbert. On the top of the key, drifts out to the left wing. Penetrates, throws right side. Lauren Gillis gets inside, right back to Gilbert on the left side. 1:10 remaining here in the first. Free throw line extended as Gilbert with a right-handed dribble and tosses back out to the half-court line to Roby. She'll penetrate left lane side, dumps off on the right block, and up and in for Sadie Garrett for 2.
Great offense for Cookeville in the half-court. Start left wing, bring it back out top of the key. Little drive, kick across, easy lay.
6-point game, 52 seconds to play in the first. Lady Cavaliers settling in late in this first quarter. On the drive, Porter is going to be fouled by Carolee Gilbert. And Carolee will pick up her first. Jordan Porter will have 2 shots as Porter went flying into an official on the left baseline. Both of them are okay. And Porter will have a couple of tries at the stripe. The sophomore guard, a talented player, can shoot the 3, 40% from 3 this season. 3 assists a game, 8.5 points, and at the stripe for the first time today. Her first is good.
Page has been pretty impressive in this first quarter. They've handled their business well. They defend well in the half court. They've been able to get into their offense. They've left a couple of shots out there Cookeville's going to have to rise their level a little bit here to match what Page has brought to them early on a Thursday morning.
Second free throw good for Porter. She's got 5 points. Kimber Jewett checks in for the first time, and here comes Cameron Hudson as well. Mentioned they will go very deep into their bench. 11 players, and they will play all 11 of them. It's 17-9. 45 seconds remaining here in the first, and the 2-2-1 three-quarter court press. And the half-court trap is on. Here's Callie Gilbert. Bounces off to Dirksen left block. Outside, 3 on the way from Gilbert is good. The Whitetail Properties 3 for Kara Lee. And 30 seconds to play here in the first quarter. A big shot by the senior. 17-12. Cookeville trails by 5.
Perfect pass right into the pocket for Kara Lee. She does not hesitate at all. Lets it fly. Reigns at home. Big bucket for Cookeville.
They look to the sideline, and Coach Kaufman, Page with the basketball on offense. Dirksen almost takes it away. Now Maddox has it out near the half-court line. Coming to get the basketball is Jewett. Down to 8 seconds. Entry to Bushman. Puts it up. Got it tipped on the way up. A rebound fought for, loose and out of bounds. And it's going to Cookeville. 2.4 on the clock for the Lady Cavaliers. Have a chance to get a couple of dribbles and a shot. Inbound goes to Kara Lee with 2.4. She races ahead from half court, lets it fly. Off the window, just a little bit strong, but a good end to the first quarter for Cookeville. They trail by 5, 17-12 at the end of 1. You're listening to the 4A state quarterfinals presented by RECO on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RECO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgoreco.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Second quarter underway here in the Murphy Center. Cavaliers trail 17-12 as we begin the second quarter with the basketball moving from left to right. Jacob Vincent with Noah McKay here on Media Row. Dirksen's got it on the right lane side, dumps it back out to Roby. She penetrates, steps through, right hand off the window and down, and it's a one-possession game.
Great Euro step by Charlie Roby. Cookeville starting to settle into their half-court offense. Can they stack some stops on the other end?
17-14, Page with the basketball. Jordan Maddox on the left baseline trying to drive on the freshman Callie Gilbert, who has been tremendous here in the postseason. Entry pass to Espelette underneath, missed the shot. Dirksen fighting for the rebound. Gilbert diving on the floor. It's Cookeville basketball. Here comes Kara Lee across the timeline now. 7:19 remaining in the second quarter. Here's Roby, top of the key, crosses over, dumps off. Callie Gilbert, 3 from outside. Good! We are tied. 17 all as the freshman hits the Whitetail Properties 3.
From way downtown, Jacob Vincent, all freshman team in the Upper Cumberland, and now steal.
Sadie Garrett takes it away and pushes out in front. Garrett steps through, has it stripped free, but stepping out of bounds is Espelette on the baseline. It'll stay with the Lady Cavaliers underneath. 6:54 remaining here in the second quarter. The Lady Cavaliers have trailed by as many as 10 here in this first half, and it's now tied at 17-all, and Cookeville's got the basketball. Inbounding is Roby right baseline as she surveys, bounces into Dirksen, right back to Roby on the wing. She'll penetrate inside. Nice shot fake, turnaround jumper won't go, and the rebound down to Page. 6:48 to play in the second as Page pushes ahead. This is Maisie Bushman with it. Bushman drives, stripped free by Roby. That's a jump ball yet again. How about Charlie Roby? You can't drive it in on her.
Nope.
You just can't do it. It'll stay with Page underneath. Second time she has tied up possession on a drive to the basket.
Well, early on, Page drove twice. They got 2 fouls on Allie Gillis, and so they're really leaning into that. But Cookeville's made a good adjustment. They're not fouling. Well, when the ball's right in front of them, grab the basketball. They've done it 3 times now. Charlie Roby's done it twice. She now gets a breather.
She gets a short rest, and that is a travel on the way to the basket by Bushman. Just lost hand, or I beg your pardon, Hauptman lost handle on the basketball. To be Cookeville basketball with 6:40 remaining here in this second quarter. And now the 8th turnover of the ball game for Page here in the first half. Kara Lee Gilbert will walk and head up against the zone of this Page team, and it's a turnover. Not a great pass that time from Callie Gilbert. Espelette barely keeping dribble of the basketball in the backcourt. Now brings it ahead on Dirksen, trying to drive inside, and a foul is called on Tanaya Dirksen on the floor, as Dirksen will pick up her first personal, and Page will take it out underneath along the left baseline. 6:24 remaining here in the second. Charlie Roby got a very short rest. She is already back at the scores table. She'll re-enter and comes in for Callie Gilberts.
Well, there was a moment, and I talked about how well Page was playing, and it was when they got to 17 points. Since that moment, they have not scored. Cookeville's defense has really turned up the intensity in the half court.
This is Hauptman with the basketball. 5-second count is on, and they got to 4 seconds. Hauptman on the drive off the window. Too strong, bad miss, and it's out of bounds. And it's going to stay with Page underneath.
It bounced off of one of the Lady Cavaliers. I think it went off Garrett's leg on its way out of bounds. An unfortunate bounce because it was a really good defensive play for Sadie Garrett to force the miss.
The freshman Gentry Maddox checks in for the Lady Patriots. 6:11 remaining here in the first half. All knotted up at 17. Inbound goes to Espelette, trying to drive on the baseline on Carolee Gilbert. Got position, but couldn't get the finish. And it's rebounded by Roby. Numbers here for the Lady Cavs, 5-on-4. Roby kicks Carolee Gilbert. Open three ball. Little bit short. Rebounded underneath by Sadie Garrett. Cookeville's got it again. Roby will try the three. That one won't go off the heel. And the rebound down to Espelette for Page. Couple of good looks, but can't knock him down as Cookeville looks for their first lead of the ball game. Page on the run now. Maddox on the right lane. Traveled, got away with it. Kick it out on the drive. Espelette threw an elbow into Carolee Gilbert and got away with it. And the bucket is good for Lily Espelette.
She's thrown a couple. She did one bringing it down the floor a couple possessions ago. That's when I went, whoa. Getting away with it so far. Cookeville just needs to flop, apparently.
Here's Carolee Gilbert, kicks on the opposite corner, and she had an open shooter in Lauren Gillis wide open on her right hip. Instead, throws it to Dirksen too high as she was cutting to the basket and out of bounds. It's a turnover by Cookeville, and Page has the basketball back with 5:27 remaining here in the second quarter. 19-17 they lead. Patriots up against the zone of Cookeville, driving right baseline and lost it out of bounds. Was Bushman. It'll stay with Page on that right side.
I mean, it is arm extension city. Cookeville at some point just needs to fly back and take the charge.
They're too strong.
To get the contact. I mean, well, they're not flopping, and they
Right.
should be, because if they did, they shouldn't be, but this crew's not giving them the call, so they need to flop to get it.
5:18 remaining here in the second quarter as Page looks into the Cookeville student section, which is huge here today. Spin move by Maddox. Left-hand shot won't go. Rebound fought for Dirksen out of bounds. It's going to stay with Page. And Cookeville wanted a foul as Dirksen hit the deck. I could see it. And I could see the no call as well.
Yep.
5:07 to play here in the second. Page will inbound left baseline. Surveying Porter tosses into Espelette up top, being defended by Dirksen. Espelette trying to drive inside, cut off, and kicks it back out. This is Maddox now on the left wing. Gentry Maddox being defended by Gillis, picks up her dribble, now looking for help. She's in some trouble. 5-second count on, and finally gets the pass away towards the half-court line to Bushman. Make that Hauptman, who will set up the offense. Good defense here by the Lady Cavs. 5-second count on again, and for some reason he stops counting. Here on the left wing it goes. This is Porter with the basketball for Page. 4:40 remaining in the second quarter. Page trying to get something going to the basket and struggling to do so. Entry pass goes to Espelette. Makes a tough catch in the post. Got away with a hook, and they called a foul on Tanaya Dirksen on the floor. That's the second personal on Dirksen.
Well, he called it for a hit. And if it's a hit, then it was on the shot.
Correct.
It's impossible for it to be a hit when she was hands down on defense.
Correct. Timeout's going to be called by Page. A 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. 4:30 remaining in the second quarter. 19-17 the lead for Page. But how about the Lady Cavaliers? Down by as many as 10 in the first half. It was not looking good. Couldn't take good care of the basketball. Have stormed back into it. Page feels like they have a little bit of momentum right now and trying to use that to extend their two-point advantage out of the timeouts.
And you look at the stats, a lot of them are similar. 6 of 16 for the field for Cookeville, 6 of 17 from the field for Page. Cookeville's hit 2 threes. Page has 1. Cookeville right now 3 of 6 at the line. That's pretty large, but turnover, such a big key to the game. Page has 8, Cookeville has 6. There's just not a lot of big gaps right now, and Cookeville's done a good job to shrink the gaps that were there, settle in. We expected a dogfight. We have one through about a quarter and a half.
And inbound goes to Espelette inside, kicks it out on the top of the perimeter. Maddox now with the basketball, drives in, kicks in the corner. Here's Porter now with it for Page. 4:23 remaining in the second. Good defense out of the timeout by the Lady Cavaliers. Maddox drives, spins, left hand, tough finish for Gentry Maddox. It's her first basket of the day.
There's only so much you can do if you're Carolee Gilbert there because she's got a foot of height on her, and that's the case for most of these Page Lady Patriots.
There's Lauren Gillis at the other end with a right hand blocked by Esplit underneath, but Cookeville still has the basketball as Gilbert will throw it out to Roby. Skip pass to Gillis on the right wing, coming to the pass as it got stripped free, and then she is going to be fouled hard by Gentry Maddox. Maddox will pick up her second personal foul with 3:57 remaining here in the second quarter, and Cookeville will inbound left baseline side, trailing by 4, 21-17. Going back to the scores table is Maisie Bushman. Can't get in before the inbounds, though. Carolee Gilbert fakes the pass, takes it inside, can't get the shot to go. Tip out rebound in the hands of the Cavaliers. Callie Gilbert now on the drive, all the way to the basket. She is fouled by Esplit, and Callie Gilbert will be at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Second personal foul on the senior post.
Yeah, she took a pretty hard hit, too. She's working out that right shoulder, trying to get it situated.
And I'm trying to remember because she popped one of the shoulders out very early on this year against
did.
Mount Juliet.
Yep.
And I can't remember which one it was.
It's
but
Smith County. That's exactly right.
She hits the free throw. Man, how good has she been on the All-Upper Cumberland freshman team this season?
That's a great list. That's a lot of areas first team, that all-freshman team.
She was huge in the sectional game against Green Hill off the bench as well. Her and Lauren Gillis combined for 21 points in the contest. Misses the second free throw, and the basketball goes into the hands of Page. A three-point game, 3:40 remaining here in the first half. Winner of this game will play at 4 o'clock coming up on Friday. Take on the winner of Bearden and Bartlett.
Oh, my goodness. The 4A bracket's insane.
Here is Bushman, kicks on the wing to Porter. Page with the basketball on offense right in front of us here on Media Row in the front court. 3:25 remaining in the second quarter. It's a kick out to Delata. Delata puts it on the deck with the left-handed dribble, gets to the elbow and back up top. Between the circles and resetting the offense will be Mia Hoffman. Hoffman hands off. This is Porter now with it. 2 defenders in front of her. Delata's got it top of the key. 3:11 remaining here in the second. On the drive, Hoffman to the basket. Puts it up, no, but a foul is whistled. 2 palms in the air from head coach Jamie Gillis. And going to the line will be Mia Hoffman as Sadie Garrett had it defensively. Is going to be tagged with personal.
I do think it was a foul. Sadie was in good position, but when Hoffman went in towards her, she kind of collapsed down and went horizontal, and that's what the official's looking for when he calls the personal.
First free throw good by Hoffman, who's got 6 points here in this first half. Delana comes off as checking back in will be Kimber Jewett. 3:07 remaining here in the first half as the Lady Cavaliers trail by 4, 22-18. Second free throw is off the mark too strong, and Roby able to secure the rebound for the Lady Cavs. She'll bring it ahead in their all-black Jordan uniforms here at the Murphy Center. Roby, left side to the basket, steps through, right hand finishes there.
Charlie Roby with a great move. That was the first missed free throw, by the way, for Page on the other side. Cookeville turns it into a 2.
2-point ball game again, 2:50 remaining here in the second. Cavaliers have gotten it tied. Jewett on the drive. And another foul called on Sadie Garrett as Jewett lowers the shoulder into her chest. And then they call the foul afterwards on Garrett.
I get the boos, but again, she reached down for the basketball. And when you get that reach, you better get the ball. And if you don't get all ball and get it wrapped up, 99 out of 100, it's going to be a foul.
And did they call that a shooting foul, or is that the 5th on Cookeville?
It is a shooting foul.
Jewett's got 2 free throws. She misses the first.
And it was a shot. She was going up for it.
2:45 to play here in the second quarter. Jewett will have one more free throw in a 22-20 ball game. Morgan Davis is into the game for the first time for the Lady Cavaliers, and that second free throw is good from Jewett. Allie Gillis on the bench appeared a little bit in this second quarter so far, and late in the first she is playing with two fouls, though, on the bench right now. Roby in a double team out near the half-court line in some trouble and has it taken away, but fortunately Bushman dribbled it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Cavaliers right at midcourt as Callie Gilbert will inbound. 5 on the floor for Cookeville. Charlie Roby, Callie Gilbert, Carolee Gilbert, Morgan Davis, and Lauren Gillis.
And I think this is a good idea for Jamie Gillis. When you're down 10, you got to run the risk with Allie on the floor. Right now in a tight one, you save her and try to make sure she can play a lot in the second half.
Callie Gilbert on the drive, right-handed shot. Got the roll off the right side of the window and down. Callie Gilbert having a good first half. She's got 6 in the quarter. And it's a 1-point game, 23-22 at the other end. 3 on the way is no good. Way off the mark and out of bounds. And it's going to stay with Page underneath. And Coach Gillis and the Cavalier faithful cannot believe it. Would you believe it? That is the second 3 attempted by Page here in this first half.
That's insane.
For a team that has attempted 717 coming into this contest. And they shoot 34% as a team. Here on the left wing, it goes to Porter. 2:08 remaining here in the second. They've really been trying to use their size inside.
The game plan was clearly to drive against the smaller Cookeville guards who have adjusted nicely to that plan.
Page has it out between the circles. Haltman trying to drive on Gilbert. She takes it inside. Good defense by Gilbert, but it's an offensive board for the Lady Patriots. This is Maddox out on the left wing. Back to inside Jewett. Right-handed shot won't go, and the Lady Cavs secure the rebound. A chance to take the lead for the first time in the ball game. 1:43 to play. Wide open underneath is Garrett or Davis. Cannot secure the pass. It goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to Page with 1:40 to play in the second. They just forgot about Morgan Davis on the left baseline, cutting to the basket. She was too wide open and missed the pass, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Page basketball. 1:34 remaining here in the first half. 1 point game and a 1 point lead for the Lady Patriots.
Hey, I bet they drive.
Porter will hand it off to Haltman. It's a pretty good bet. Here's Jewett driving inside. And a travel. Good defense by Roby and Lauren Gillis underneath, and it'll be Cookeville basketball again with 80 seconds to go in the first half.
It is literally every possession they're driving, and what you do is you take the ability to get those calls out of the way because the officials are going to be sick of calling it over and over again. They have done nothing other than drive the lane, it seems like, every possession in this game.
Carolee Gilbert with the basketball on the top of the key for the Lady Cavaliers with 65 seconds remaining here in the first half. Gilbert now driving, free throw line jumper won't go, and it's rebounded by Haltman. Cookeville hadn't taken a lead yet in this first half. They've had a couple of chances. Page basketball leading by 1 on the drive. Haltman blocked by Gilbert. Haltman's got it again. Blocked from behind by Callie Gilbert. And it's going to be a foul called on the freshman as Mia Haltman will be at the line with 50.9 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Callie Gilbert picks up her second personal foul.
And that's just Callie from behind, but Cookeville's guards have done a great job after a couple of early fouls of defending these drives. They're going straight up. They're getting blocks. They're getting jump balls. They're forcing misses. That's why the game has gotten tighter. Can they finally get through on the other side? Like you mentioned, they keep having these shots to get the lead or tie, and they haven't been able to do it. We'll see if they can in this ensuing possession.
For the Lady Cavaliers, this feels very reminiscent of the sectional game against Green Hill.
Yep.
However, they had a lead in that game. That's the fourth player with 2 personals. Haltman's second free throw is good. She goes 2 for 2 at the stripe. She's got 7 points. 25-22. Page leads. 47 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. It's Cookeville basketball. Gilbert in the front court trying to cross over and had it taken away by the sophomore Porter. Porter now will take it in front for Page. Takes it inside. Gilbert strips it free, and a foul is called. Got too much on the body as she stripped down on the basketball. So it'll be 2 free throws now for Jordan Porter, the sophomore for the Lady Patriots on the other end, as Carolee Gilbert now picks up her second personal, the 5th Lady Cavalier with 2 fouls in the first half.
Well, and that can present a big issue with the clear game plan that this Page team has of driving. You're going to pick up some fouls. Again, they've done a really good job of defending without fouling, considering how many opportunities there have been, but it becomes a war of attrition. I wonder if you may see some new faces come in for some defensive possessions in the second half.
Second free throw from Porter is on the way. 2 misses at the stripe, and it's rebounded by the Lady Cavaliers. They've got the basketball with 33 seconds to play. Callie Gilbert right hand, good. It's a 1 point game again. Just took it right down the lane and put it up and in.
This freshman's in her bag right now, Jacob Vincent, inside and out. She's getting it done, keeping Cookeville in the basketball game.
She's got 8 points in the second quarter. 25-24. Page throwing it around the half-court line with 15 seconds to go as the clock winds down. Porter setting up the offense. Tosses to Haltman here on the near side, left side. 7 seconds. Back to Porter, defended by Gilbert. 5 seconds. A little bit confused here, the Lady Patriots. 1 second. Now they go. Haltman didn't get it away in time. It's not going to count. I'm not sure what the end of that quarter was, but Cookeville will take it, and we've got a 1 point game at halftime. 25-24, Page leads at the break in the 4A state quarterfinals. We'll take a break and have a shortened rendition of the Happy Hiller halftime show when we return. You're listening to the girls 4A state quarterfinal presented by RECO on the Monson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookeville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookeville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network. Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Up is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at tupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. T-Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
At the Quality Family, we believe care isn't just a service, it's a promise.
Whether you're bouncing back from surgery, navigating a serious illness, or need essential equipment to stay independent,
we provide skilled home health, compassionate hospice, and reliable DME services right where you need them most. At home.
Covering communities in Kentucky and Tennessee, we're in your corner.
The Quality Family. Trusted care right where life happens.
Box Drop Cookeville is the easiest way to buy an affordable mattress, specializing in clearance and closeouts directly from the manufacturers. They're able to pass huge savings onto you. Make an appointment to see their warehouse full of selections including big-name hybrid and memory foam alongside traditional springs that are among some of the coolest to touch mattresses on the market. Call Brandon Lane at 931-349-7066 to make your appointment today. Box Drop Cookeville has been proud to serve Cookeville since 2018. Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. They also provide snow and ice removal during the cold winter months. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turfmasters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this brand new construction on the Caney Fork River in Sparta. This home sits on 1.6 acres with 190 feet of river frontage and boasts 2,300 square feet of living space with a spacious 2-car garage. Enjoy the river views from your beautiful expanded covered porch. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential, multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, has been supporting student athletes in the Upper Cumberland area since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145. Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear DJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human
Visit
sense.
swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Back here in Murfreesboro, it is the Happy Hailer Halftime Show. Visit happyhailer.com for all your heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical problems today. That's happyhailer.com. It's the 4A state quarterfinals. The Cookeville Lady Cavaliers struggled in the first quarter, got down by as many as 10, but they have stormed back. They have gotten it tied. They've had a chance to take the lead. Haven't been able to do so yet. They trail by one at the break, 25-24. About 2 minutes to go here in the halftime break. Fun first half of basketball between two high-level basketball teams, and we expected a lot of threes to be taken in this game. Cookeville's attempted 6 of them. They've hit 2. Page has only attempted 2 of them on the ball game. They've had a concerted effort to use their size, get inside, and get to the free throw line. It's worked so far. They lead by 1 here at the break.
Yeah, first of all, it's the Gilberts that have kept Cookeville in this game. Carolee Gilbert with 8, and then how about the freshman, Callie Gilbert with 8 in the second quarter. 3 of 3 from the floor. She hit a 3, made a free throw as well, had 3 rebounds. She was gigantic with a Cookeville team in all sorts of foul trouble. They're going to need that to continue. But I think you saw in that first half why Randy Kaufman has 3 straight championships to his name, why it was such a big deal when he took the Page job. Because it takes something to win in this state tournament, especially in a classification like this 4A classification. And to be confident enough to say, okay, what we do is shoot the 3, but within this matchup, we're going to drive every time down the floor. They stuck with that. I'll be very interested to see, is that a full game plan, or do they pivot here early in the second half? But with all these Lady Cavs with 2 fouls, I would anticipate them continuing to attack. What I want to see, and what they didn't try to do once the entire first half, Cookeville's got to try to take some charges here. They have got to try and get in front, get to a spot, and take the contact and go down. They didn't attempt that. That could be the ultimate neutralizer, flip some of the foul trouble on its head. But if you're Cookeville, didn't play your best half of basketball, and you're down just 1 to a very good team, got a good chance here to advance to the Final Four.
Carolee Gilbert, Allie Gillis, Tanaya Dirksen, Sadie Garrett, and Callie Gilbert all have 2 personal fouls. Charlie Roby has 1. So that is the foul trouble. You're not in big trouble right now, but it doesn't feel great early on in this second half. So you're going to have to defend without fouling. It will be Cookeville basketball to open up the second half. They will be moving from right to left in their road black jerseys today. The away team on the scoreboard, the Lady Patriots in their home whites, moving from left to right. It will be Allie Gillis, Charlie Roby, Tanaya Dirksen, Sadie Garrett, and Carolee Gilbert to open it up and start this second half. Allie Gillis will inbound to Charlie Roby in the backcourt. Underway here in this second half. Make sure you hit that share button and like the stream if you haven't already. I'm Jacob Vincent, joined by Noah McKay. Here's Allie Gillis at the free throw line. Kicks to Dirksen on the right wing. Free throw line extended. Dribbles with the left hand and brings it around the top of the perimeter and backs up to the half-court line. Now try to drive on Maddox and pulls it back up. Here's Carolee Gilbert now between the circles, standing on the MT logo at midcourt. Defended by Porter. Drives left side. Picks up and tosses to Roby now middle of the floor. Roby will jam. She'll penetrate left lane side. Get to the elbow and back it up. Now Roby gets past her defender. Jump shot on the way. Won't go. And that's going to be a foul called on Paige underneath. That's a good call.
Yep.
As Jordan Maddox just threw a hard box out into Sadie Garrett. And not a legal one by any stretch. It's the second personal on Maddox. And Cookeville will keep it underneath right baseline side.
Yeah, that box out turned into a push real quick.
Here is Carolee Gilbert around a screen. Drives right side through the lane. Right-handed wild shot. Won't go. And it's rebounded by Espelette. Paige now pushing the other way with a 1-point lead. Espelette in the lane and missed it. Had an open lane. Roby just standing there with her arms straight up, able to alter it. Roby by herself, blocked from behind by Maddox. It'll stay with the Lady Cavaliers underneath. And yeah, to your point, that was a great opportunity to take a charge and just didn't do so. It worked out for him, and it's Cookeville basketball here at the other end. Inbound Gillis gets inside, cannot get the lay to go. Paige now on the run, 3-on-2. Bushman pushes by herself, right hand, no good again. And a stoppage, and did they just call a warning on Jamie Gillis?
No, on the bench because they jumped up. So he stopped the flow of the game so he could jump up and tell him to sit down.
Cool. 6:58 remaining here in the third quarter.
But darn it, his mustache looks good. I'll tell you, it's
sweet.
important.
It is sweet.
His fade is in place, and he is in control.
It is sweet.
He is in control here in the game. They stood up on the bench. He's in control.
It's Cookeville basketball. Even after all of that, after the warning call. Here's Charlie Roby. She'll drive, get inside. Roby bounces off. Allie Gillis here on the left wing, trying to get to the middle of the floor and cut off. Now drives left side. Roby into the corner, penetrates to the elbow, spins around, shot fake, dumps it off, and Garrett couldn't handle the pass to the opposite block. It would have been a wide open lay. And again, Cookeville just cannot take the lead. Turnover goes back to Paige with 6:31 remaining here in the third.
And in Charlie's defense there, I think she hit a slick spot. Her foot kind of slid out and moved that pass a little bit off the mark.
Porter's going to try a three. It's short, and the rebound is in the hand of the Lady Cavaliers. Nobody wants to score here in the second half.
That's what we expected to see out of Paige. Off the dribble, long three. See if they're going back into their standard offense.
Tonight, Erkson will hand it back out to Charlie Roby between the circles as she sets up the offense for the Lady Cavaliers. Puts it on the deck, dribbles with the left hand here to the near side. Gilbert spins off of a defender, drives left baseline jumper. No good, but a foul. And Carolee Gilbert will be at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. That is the third foul on Lily Espelette. That is a big one for Paige.
Absolutely a big foul, and I apologize. I got triggered, but the warning set me off. Carolee's doing the right thing. She's getting to her spot. She's getting shots away. Just trying to break the seal right now on this rim.
She hits the first, and we are tied. Carolee 4 for 5 from the stripe so far today. 25 all, 6:03 remaining in the third. Charlie Roby's over at the Cookeville bench right now. And I think her shoelace busted off of her shoe. And I'm not sure how they're going to remedy that.
They're taking the laces off another
they've
shoe.
Got shoelaces ready to go. How about that? That is preparation. Second free throw, Gilbert, good. Cookeville leads for the first time in the ball game. 6 minutes to go in the third, 26-25. Paige basketball now trailing for the first time all game. Roby on the bench getting a new shoelace. In for her is Lauren Gillis. Here is Bushman around a screen, top of the key, trying to drive inside. Through some traffic, tosses it up, and a blocking foul called on the Lady Cavaliers. Just out of control, drove into traffic. They called a foul on Cookeville on the floor. Yeah, absolutely on the floor. The one guy thought it was a shooting foul somehow.
That was our friend from yesterday that you said definitely wouldn't be here.
Gets the 8:45 game, the 9:30 game.
It's your fault.
It is my fault. Sadie Garrett picks up her third personal, so Garrett's going to have to come off. He is the tallest player on the floor for the Lady Cavaliers. Inbound to Gentry. And it is knocked out of bounds by Dirksen. It's going to stay here with the Paige Lady Patriots. How is that out on? Yeah, I think we have the same question.
She tipped it, and then the Paige Lady Patriot grabbed it out of bounds.
And they gave it to Paige. 5:44 to go here in the third, and Paige has it on offense. Between the circles, Holtman will set up and hand off Bushman. Roby's got a new shoelace. She's back at the scores table. Now Gentry's got it, top of the key, being defended by Gillis. Trying to drive in on her, kicks it back out to Maddox. 5.5 to play in the third, and back up top between the circles. Here's Holtman again. Paige is really slowed down here offensively. Being defended by Lauren Gillis, driving. Holtman tosses it up, a wild shot. Rebound fought for, still loose, and Cookeville pulls it out. Here comes Lauren Gillis, 5-on-4. Gillis smartly now brings it into the front court to Allie. Allie on the right wing, drives inside, right hand blocked, and a foul. And Allie Gillis will be at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for 2 shots. Foul is whistled on Jordan Maddox. It's now her third personal.
Well, I'll be fair. I don't think that was a foul either, but it's about time. Allie will try to capitalize on it.
She does hit the first. That is the first point of the contest for the leading scorer for the Lady Cavaliers, who has been held in check because of foul trouble in the last couple of ball games. Maddox and Espelette now both on the bench, two of the taller players for this Page team, so gets a little bit more even out there height-wise. Gillis hits them both from the Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate free throw line. Cookeville extends the lead to 3, 28-25. 5 minutes remaining here in the third. Page with the basketball over to Johnson James. Will give it back top of the key as Hoffman will set up the offense. Hands off Bushman near the top of the circle. This is Roby defensively now into the right corner. Johnson James, an entry pass to the high post. Hoffman trying to drive on Gillis, cut off. Now drives again underneath, and another foul whistled on Allie Gillis. It's going to be a push this time, and that time
he's just calling stuff. He's just calling stuff. By the way,
there was not much there.
It's 10:18 a.m. and the thing that I almost said was about to be really, really mean. But I mean, there's no way he saw that. He was blowing his whistle before she even put the shot up.
He's on the right baseline and called a push on the left block.
She didn't touch her.
Hoffman at the line knocks down the first free throw. That's a big foul. That's the third on Allie Gillis. Hoffman's second is good. She goes 2 for 2. And it's a one-point game. 28-27, 4:44 to play here in the third, and full court pressure by Page. Almost creates a turnover, but it's going to stay with Cookeville on the far sideline after being deflected out of bounds.
They tried to sell it.
They stood up and pointed the other way.
What is the bench warning for that?
Now they back out of the pressure as Charlie Roby will slowly bring it ahead into the front court.
Wait till they get a fast break and stop it because they all stood up.
Roby drives right side, defended by Hoffman. Now a foul is whistled on Mia Hoffman up top. It's a hand check. It's her first. And the Cookeville fans rejoice with the sarcastic cheer. 4:29 to play here in the third. Cookeville inbound left baseline underneath, leading by 1. Bounce pass to Dirksen, handoff Roby on the perimeter left side. Crosses over, drives, gets inside, right-hand floater, too strong. Rebound tipped down, loose on the ground, diving on the floor. Dirksen had it, stripped free, and Page comes up with it. Bushman will bring it ahead into the front court. Drives on Dirksen, steps through, missed the shot. Good defense by Dirksen. Now on the run is Carolee Gilbert. Tosses ahead as she jumps in the air. Finds her sister, Callie, underneath. Spins around, right hand no. And it's rebounded by the Lady Patriots. 4 minutes to play in the third. Frenetic pace continues here in this second half. And now Page will slow it down after both teams going back and forth in a wild sequence. Gentry penetrates, and a foul is whistled on Tania Dirksen or Charlie Roby. Might be on Roby.
They're both right there by it. It's Roby.
So Charlie Roby now picks up her second personal foul. That's who you'd rather it be on because Tania's already got 2. Still a 1-point lead for Cookeville. 3:45 remaining here in the third. Inbound goes to Hoffman, and she'll bring it back up top. Hoffman sets up the offense for Page. She drives left lane side, blocked and fouled, and Lauren Gillis got her money's worth that time. That's the first foul on Lauren Gillis, and going to the line now will be Mia Hoffman for 2 shots.
Yeah, that one was absolutely a foul, but she did the job, and if you get beat, you make sure she has to make 2 free throws. Don't give an opportunity for an N1. She does the job there.
Hoffman 7 for 8 today, 55% free throw shooter on the season, misses there. She's got 9 points so far, so a good foul by Gillis to not allow an easy basket. Callie Gilbert comes off. Second free throw by Hoffman is good. She splits a pair at the stripe, and we are tied. 28-all, 3:38 remaining here in the third. Full court pressure again from the Patriots. It's a triple team on Roby, and a foul in the backcourt called on Page. And it's the same official. And the Page player bewildered by it as Maisie Bushman picks up her first.
This is, unfortunately,
and that's team foul number 5. So this will be 2 free throws here for Charlie Roby with 3:34 remaining in the third.
And it's unfortunate because they're going to decide this game one way or the other. They are going to decide this game. This is not a good crew.
We have not seen a made basket in this second half. All free throws. Charlie Roby at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Good on the first.
Well, you know, they raised the prices this year to get in. They don't charge to park anymore, but they raised the prices. So I guess the Stripes thought they were the added entertainment that they were getting in the value.
That's right.
That's what everyone paid to see was a
Roby,
bunch of whistles.
Second free throw, goes 2 for 2 from the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Cookeville leads again, 30-28, 3:32 remaining here in the third. Gentry will kick right side, driving Hauptman cut off, and now in a double team deep in the right corner. Defensively, Cavaliers get the steal. Here's Carolee Gilbert, bounces ahead to Gillis on the run with the right, puts it in. Allie Gillis has her first field goal of the day, and Cookeville leads by 4, 32-28. Into the corner, Bushman will try the three. It's no good, and a foul is whistled on Tanaya Dirksen, who is now coming up limping on her left foot as she came down on Bushman on the way down. Dirksen picks up her third personal, and it's 3 free throws for Maisie Bushman.
And that's an automatic call into the landing area, and unfortunately, Tanaya, I think, got the worst end of that. But that's why they really emphasize that at all levels of basketball, because you get stepped on, you twist an ankle on the way down, and it was a good closeout attempt for Tanaya, but got underneath the shooter. And that was a very quick shot for Page. They have gotten out of their game plan, and that is a good thing. You've seen it here in this half for Cookeville already. Their offense is much more stagnant. They are now putting up threes to the level we expected them to before this game started.
Second free throw by Bushman is on. The first one was way off the mark. She averages 8.5 points a ball game. That's her first point of the contest. And now the focus is on Tanaya Dirksen, who came off the floor and didn't put any pressure on that right ankle. She hopped off on her left foot the whole way to the bench, and now she's being tended to behind the bench as Bushman knocks down 2 out of the 3. It's 32-30. Bushman comes off as Page will make a sub. 3:11 remaining here in this third quarter of the 4A state quarterfinal. Winner moves on to play at 4 o'clock Friday in the semifinals against Bearden or Bartlett. Here's Charlie Roby with the basketball for the Lady Cavaliers. Backdoor cut by Gillis. Now a bounce pass to Gillis up top on the key. Here Roby has it right wing side, and that'll be a foul called on the Patriots. Just displacing Lauren Gillis is Gentry, the freshman. Gentry Maddox, the freshman. That is her first name.
And displacing is the right word. I mean, it was forearm to the chest and just an arm extension.
Just threw Lauren Gillis off of her, and Lauren Gillis will have a couple of tries here. But the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line, good on the first.
And with how many whistles we have had in this quarter, still 3 minutes to go in the frame. Both teams in the bonus. Making free throws is going to be critical. It could decide who's going to win this game.
Well, they struggled at the line in the first half. Only hit half of their free throws. That's the first miss of the second half, but it's an offensive board for Sadie Garrett, and then turned it over. And then a travel, stepping out of bounds are the Lady Patriots. So Cookeville fortunate to keep possession of the basketball. They'll take it out underneath, leading by 3. 2:52 to play here in the third. And quickly coming back out is Johnson James, who played for that possession. Here's Allie Gillis. Hand off to Roby, brings it around the perimeter. Gillis was open underneath, couldn't get it to her. Roby drives, bounce pass, Garrett underneath, right side. Can't get the shot to go. And Espelette, who's back in there, has the rebound. She'll bring it ahead, tosses ahead, running the floor. Hauptman misses the shot, and a foul called. And if that's on Allie Gillis, it's her fourth.
It is.
It is indeed. That is big. Allie Gillis just got her first field goal of the ball game. Now picks up her 4th personal foul, and Mia Hauptman is back at the stripe. And she knocks down the first. Mia Hauptman has 1 made field goal today. She's got 11 points.
I mean, we've still got 2:39 to go in this third quarter. Cookeville's taking 16 free throws. Page has taken 21, now 22.
And that one was missed badly. She splits a pair. 33-31, Cookeville clinging to a 2-point lead. There's been no flow whatsoever in this second half. 2.5 remaining here in the third quarter. 33-31, Cookeville leads by 2. Roby standing out near the half-court line, being defended by Hauptman. Not even close to an arm's length, and the 5-second count was on. Gillis will bounce off to Garrett. Throws right side, Roby. Roby looking for Carolee Gilbert off a screen. Drives inside, right hand. Good for Carolee.
Great take for Carolee Gilbert off a high screen. Gets inside to the spot. Finger roll, no mistake.
Tanaya Dirksen is now being tended to by the trainer here in-house. A turnover and a steal. Charlie Roby with the basketball. Callie Gilbert on the run. Bounces to her sister. Carolee up for 2. 1:57 to play in the third.
And one.
And they called a foul. Carolee Gilbert will be at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for 1.
Nobody even heard it because the Cavalier faithful went nuts. But count the bucket. Carolee Gilbert, that was unbelievable. Full court offense by Cookeville. The passes were perfect. We talked about the need for quick passes against the length of Page. That was the best description that you can see. And now Cookeville has the momentum. Can they stretch it?
think they got it on Gentry Maddox. Carolee Gilbert is at the stripe to try to complete the three-point play as the gym falls silent, and she knocks it down. Cookeville has their biggest lead of the ball game, 38-31, with 1:57 to play here in the third. How about that sequence right there for the Lady Cavaliers?
And they did call it on Maddox.
That's her fourth.
Yeah, that was a big-time sequence. And by the way, Dirksen was putting weight on that ankle. It's now being taped up, so at least that is a good sign for Tenaya.
1:50 remaining here in the third, and Cookeville has their biggest lead of the ball game. Back in the 2-3 zone as well defensively. Page tosses around the top of the zone. Porter's got it between the circles, tosses left side. That's the best three-point shooter in Johnson James, but cannot fire it away. Now catching in the middle, Hoffman driving inside. That's taking it into Sadie Garrett, and Garrett vertical initially and then comes down just a little bit. He's going to pick up the foul.
Yeah, and jump forward. But the problem is, when you call the amount of nonsense that's been called in this quarter, the ones that are actually are, like you could argue that the foul on Allie Gillis, I think, was a foul, but when you called so many others, you're getting players into foul trouble, and then you have no margin for error on a 50-50 call. Nobody's going to be okay with you calling another one against these star players.
Page has not scored a field goal in this second half, but they are now 8 of 10 from the charity stripe and are still within 5 points with 1:35 to go and a timeout on the floors, a 30-second timeout taken by the Patriots. So Hoffman hits them both at the stripe, 38-33, sticking around in this basketball game because of the free throw line. They've attempted a lot of free throws today. They are now 18 of 25 from the stripe to keep them in this basketball game. Big credit to the Lady Cavaliers.
Yep.
They went down by 10 early on in this game, and it has been all Cookeville ever since. And how about that sequence from Carolee Gilbert and Callie Gilbert on the run? She gets the and one to take their biggest lead of the ball game at 7. The Gilberts on the floor here in the Glass House have been fun, as our comments have been saying.
21 combined points for Carolee and Callie, a senior and a freshman. The future is still bright for Cookeville when you've got a freshman the caliber of Callie Gilbert leading the way. But this game still very much too close for comfort with Allie Gillis off the floor with 4 personal fouls and the potential for more foul trouble everywhere for this Cookeville team.
So Cookeville basketball out of the timeout, almost a turnover. Roby able to save it for the Lady Cavaliers. They've got it on offense. Gilbert looks at the basket being defended by Porter. Drives right side, hands off Callie. Callie thought about firing it away, now drives, and she will be fouled. That foul's going to be called on Maisie Bushman, and the freshman, Callie Gilbert, will step to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line with 1:18 remaining here in this third quarter for 2 shots.
And that wasn't a foul either. Listen, this is the Class 4A state tournament. These are 2 of the best teams this state has to offer in any classification. Let them play.
Agreed.
Everybody wants to see the teams play, and it has been a whistle fest this entire second half.
Second free throw by Gilbert is good. She splits a pair. She's got 9 points. Cookeville's lead is 6. 1:15 to go in the third. Here's Bushman on the right baseline driving for Page, and another foul called on Cookeville. I mean, you're absolutely right. It's every single time down the floor there's a whistle. That one's called on Lauren Gillis. It's her second. I mean, it's ridiculous here in the second half. I mean, there were quite a few called in the first half, but the second half has been absurd. Bushman at the line misses the free throw.
There were 18 fouls in the first half. In the third quarter, there have been 15.
There's still 1:14 to go.
I mean, what are we doing?
Second free throw, no good, but an offensive board for Jewett, and Page has the basketball again, and then a travel. So Cookeville fortunate to get the basketball back. They lead by 6, 39-33, 1:11 remaining here in the third quarter. And a quick sub for Tenaya Dirksen. She tried out the ankle, and it just doesn't look like it's working right now. So she heads back to the bench after getting it taped up. She tried it out and still struggling to put weight on it. So Morgan Davis now checks in for her. Morgan Davis has played a little bit this year. They won't go past her on the bench. So we'll see what the Lady Cavs do with some foul trouble out there. 1:02 to go here in this third quarter. And Charlie Roby smartly just going to hold it down near half court and make this Page team come out and guard them. Callie Gilbert.
Walk into somebody's general space, you're going to get 2 free throws.
It's a 6-point lead right now for Cookeville. Lauren Gillis tosses to Roby between the circles, trying to create the separation. She's got it. Here's Carolee down to 42 seconds. Callie Gilbert gets pushed, and there's the foul. So Maisie Bushman picks up now her 3rd personal, and now both teams are going to struggle coming up here in the fourth quarter with foul trouble. We still got a whole nother quarter to go.
You know, usually I say everybody's going to play in a blowout. Everybody may play tonight because everyone's going to foul out.
Page uses 11 players, so they're in a little bit better shape, but Callie Gilbert knocks down the first at the Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate free throw line.
But Cookeville's doing a good job here despite this lack of flow of just slowly spacing it.
Yep.
We've seen Page miss a fair amount of free throws. Cookeville starting to find it there after struggling early at the line, and so they're spacing this thing out, and they may need that runway.
Second free throw good. Callie Gilbert now into double figures. She's got 11 points. It's 41-33. Cookeville leads, 35 seconds to play in the third. Page will toss it right side. Johnson James bounces back off to Espelette, who's back into the basketball game with 30 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Now between the circles, Porter gives to Johnson James and back up top. Porter being defended by Carolee Gilbert on the top of the key as she dribbles around between the legs a few times. 18 seconds remaining here in the quarter as Coach Kaufman barks out the play call. Porter asking for Johnson James to come to her. 10 seconds. Johnson James, 8 seconds. Tosses left side. Here's Hauptman with 5. Hauptman driving on Davis, gets inside. She traveled, and they called a foul. They called a push on Morgan Davis, who Hauptman was already past her. And Morgan Davis now tagged with her first personal with 3.1 seconds remaining here in the quarter, and 2 more free throws on the way for Hauptman.
17 fouls in this quarter.
Hauptman has been to the stripe 1, 2, 3, 4. This is her 5th trip to the charity stripe in the third quarter. And she is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for 9. Second free throw. Good. She's got 15 points and has 1 made field goal on the day. 1 second. Roby from just inside half court, a little bit short. And it's the end of 3. Finally, 41-35. Cookeville leads by 6. The start of the fourth quarter is on the other side of this break. You're listening to the Cookeville Lady Cavalier basketball presented by RECO on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RECO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgoreco.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student-athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Start of the fourth quarter here in Murfreesboro. The Cookeville Lady Cavaliers lead 41-35 in the 4A state quarterfinals. So glad to have you along here today. It has been an interesting ball game. A lot of whistles, especially here in this second half and in the third quarter. Page starts with the basketball first, moving from left to right as you listen and visualize the contest. Cookeville with a 6-point lead, trying to get back to the state semifinals. Here's Porter, top of the key with the basketball, being defended by Gilbert. Drives in right side, puts it up with the right hand, and she is fouled, and that one was a foul. Lauren Gillis is tagged with the personal. It's her third.
And this one feels like the battle is, can Cookeville get a big enough lead before they all foul out of the game?
Yep.
That honestly seems like what we're heading for with how this game has gone in the second half.
Allie Gillis and Sadie Garrett both on the bench with 4 personal fouls. At the line is Porter for a couple of tries. She knocks it down. She's got 6 points so far. She's 3 of 5 from the stripe today.
There were 18 fouls in the first half. There have been 18 fouls called in the first 8 minutes and 20 seconds of the second half.
Second free throw good. Porter hits them both, and it's a 4-point game. 41-37, the 2-2-1 full court press is on. Roby dribbles right through it. Roby by herself. Roby puts it up. Got it blocked. Davis has the rebound. Back up top. Here's Gillis. Right off to Callie Gilbert. Looks left side. Carolee. Carolee will bring it around the perimeter. That's a good thing. You still got Carolee Gilbert out there. She is not in foul trouble. She's got 2. Here's Carolee, top of the key, being defended by Espelette. Hands it off now to Morgan Davis. Davis with a left-handed dribble gives back top of the key. Callie Gilbert. Gilbert will put it on the deck. Here's Carolee now on the right wing. Free throw line extended. 7:10 remaining in the fourth, and Cookeville's going to slow it down. They bring it back towards the half-court line. Carolee on the drive, steps through, left hand, no. Rebound, down to Lauren Gillis, and Cookeville's got another chance. And a triple team is Lauren, and a smart timeout taken there by Coach Jamie Gillis. Saves possession of the basketball with 6:57 remaining here in the fourth quarter, and it will be a full timeout. 6:57 to go. 41-37 our score. Back in 30 seconds on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookeville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookeville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network.
Back here in the Murphy Center, our score 41-37 in favor of the Cookeville Lady Cavaliers, making their fourth trip in the last 5 years to this state tournament. They won their quarterfinal matchup against Lincoln County last year, fell to Bartlett in the semifinals. They could play Bartlett again in the semifinal round. The winner of this game plays Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock against Bearden or Bartlett. That game coming up after this one. 41-37 out of the timeout. Cookeville basketball up against the zone defense. Saw almost a turnover. Cookeville fortunate to keep possession as Carolee Gilbert's got it on the far sideline and brings it here on the near side. It's a 1-3-1 right now for Page, trying to speed up these Lady Cavaliers. A ton of fouls called in the third quarter. Already one called here in the fourth, and Cookeville contend with just passing along the half-court line. If you're going to play a 1-3-1, there's only one player at the top of it. Charlie Roby will just hand over here to Callie Gilbert.
Yeah. The 1-3-1 down is an interesting decision for Page. When you're winning, I get it, but they're going to have to trap out of this, or Cookeville's going to hold it for the next 6 minutes and 18 seconds.
100%. Up by 4, and all kinds of people in foul trouble, and now they will change up the defense. It did nothing there.
Yeah, they do.
So they go to a man now. It was a 1-3-1 and did absolutely nothing. Cookeville's fine with it. So Charlie Roby now backs it up, and they are going up against a man defense. Roby's got the separation up top, and again, Cookeville's perfectly fine with just wasting this clock away. Lauren Gillis has the pass on the top of the key, throws to Callie Gilbert here on the left wing. This one stripped free by Espelette, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Cavaliers here on this near sideline right in front of us on Media Row. 5:48 remaining here in the fourth, and Cookeville leads 41-37. Checking into the basketball game will be Maisie Bushman for Page. Again, no Allie Gillis, no Sadie Garrett on the floor right now for the Lady Cavaliers, but they both have 4 personal fouls.
And no Tania Dirksen.
She's out with an ankle injury. And I'm guessing she's out for the rest of this ball game as well. She's sitting behind the bench right now. Charlie Roby will hand off to Carolee Gilbert. So Cookeville down 3 starters here in the game. Callie Gilbert, 3 on the way. Banks it in off the window, and she covers her mouth in surprise. Callie Gilbert hits the Whitetail Properties 3. My goodness, what a big shot. Even though she didn't expect to make it. And guess what? Another foul was whistled as Espelette was driving to the basket, and Carolee Gilbert is hit with now her 3rd personal foul. I mean, she just tossed it up there from the left side. It didn't look great on the way. I thought it was going to be short, and it was so bad it hit the top middle part of the window. A very high arcing 3, and it went through.
It's a receptive glass here in the Murphy Center. Is that what? They don't ask how, they just ask if it went through, and it did indeed go through for Callie.
44-37, Haltman on the drive, cannot finish. Rebound, Espelette has it stripped free and out of bounds. That's Cookeville basketball. Went off her leg.
Oh my goodness.
They gave it to Page.
Well, and the guy who saw it
didn't even make a call.
Anything. I mean, he just looks like a Who from Whoville out here walking around.
It's
unbelievable.
Does.
Like the grandpa Who from Whoville. That's the official.
Really does.
In a state tournament.
Page has not had a field goal yet in the second half,
and
by
then
the
Joe
way.
Cool on the other side. They're just out there looking good, calling a terrible game.
44-37, Cookeville leads. 5 minutes remaining here in this fourth quarter of action of the 4A state quarterfinals. Bushman picks up, gives to Espelette, top of the key. Espelette's going to fire the 3. It's no good. Rebound down to Carolee Gilbert. Page does not have a basket in the second half. Obviously, they have scored. They put up 10 points there in that third quarter, all of them, though, from the free throw line. Here's Charlie Roby with the basketball now on offense for Cookeville, being defended by Bushman. Hands off to Lauren Gillis. Gillis will give right back to Roby, down to 4:36 to go in the basketball game. Roby High dribble, saved back in, and it goes back into the hands of Page. Up ahead, Bushman on the right baseline. Cannot get the jumper to go. Rebound, Espelette is fouled. And we'll have 2 shots at the line. We had to save a player jumping in here to media row.
we were trying to protect the player and the equipment at the same time. She did a great job to save it, and then Espelette on the other side with an opportunity, surprise, surprise, at the free throw line.
So Espelette, she did get fouled. She got the offensive board and then went back up. Her free throw is good.
And again, the issue is fouls are going to happen. But when you've called as much nonsense as you've called, you get no benefit of the doubt on fouls that are actually fouls.
Espelette, she had 8 points in the first quarter, 2 in the second early on. Hadn't scored since. That's her first free throw since then. She knocks them both. She's got 12 points in the contest, and it's a 5-point game. 44-39, full court press put on by the Lady Patriots, and a foul whistle. Bushman in the backcourt, gets into Roby. This is going to be a long 4:22.
21 fouls in the second half so far.
That's the 4th on Bushman. So fouls counting up for everybody. Now they're going to back out of the press. They can't afford to.
Yep.
It's a 5-point game, so they can still defend in the half court.
So they're going into 1-3-1 maybe.
Yep. Maybe. It might be a half-court trap. It's a half-court trap. Gillis into the front quarters, back into the basketball game, playing with 4 fouls. Steps through the double team, finds Carolee Gilbert, drives inside. She gets fouled, and she will be at the line. And that was a hard foul. She absolutely earned it. A little bit slow to get up as she stretches out the right ankle. She's got a brace on it right now, and she's all right and good to go. Lily Espelette now picks up her 4th personal foul. So now there are 3 Lady Patriots with 4 personals. With 4:06 remaining here in the 4th, there are 2 Lady Cavaliers with 4 personals, and Noah Tanaya Dirksen, she's out with an injury. 44-39, as stepping to the stripe will be Carolee Gilbert. She's got 13 points to lead the way for the Lady Cavaliers. Her free throw is good.
And Jacob, we expected this to be a dogfight. It has been a very different sort of game than I think anybody was anticipating, but you just got to find a way to grit it out. Cookeville trying to rely on their experience to get them into the Final Four. They've been here before. Page has not. Can that be the difference?
Yeah, these seniors have been here 3 times. Second free throw, Gilbert, a little too strong as she splits a pair at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. 6-point lead, 4 minutes to go in the quarterfinals. Trying to get into the semifinal round for a second straight season for the Lady Cavaliers. 45-39, Page dribbling out near half court. Porter with the basketball. Gentry Maddox is back in there. Porter drifts to the right side, kicks in the corner, back up top. Hit out of bounds by Carolee Gilbert, and it's going to stay with Page here on the near sideline as they'll take it out. Free throw line extended on the right side. 3:46 to go. The clock is a huge friend of the Lady Cavaliers now. There are also 2 team fouls called on Page. Maddox up top, hands to Espelette. She's going to try the 3. They need a lot of them right now. That's missed, out of bounds, and it's Cookeville basketball. It's a team that they can definitely shoot it. They haven't attempted a lot today, but they shoot 34% as a team on 717 attempts so far coming into this game this season.
1 for 5 from long range. That is a great stat for Cookeville.
3:27 to play here in the basketball game. Gilbert in a double team is going to be fouled by Porter. That's only her 2nd, and it's the 3rd team foul on Page. So they get 1 more to give with 3:24 to play. 45-39, Cookeville leads by 6. They would feel a lot more comfortable up by 3 possessions in this game. Roby in the backcourts, steps into the front court, being defended by Bushman here on the near side. Bushman's playing with 4 fouls, so she can't be too aggressive here. Roby will give off to Carolee Gilbert, skip past Gillis on the left wing, is going to try a deep 3, and connects! Wow! The Whitetail Properties 3 for the senior. And Cookeville's got their biggest lead of the game at 9. 48-39 with 3 minutes to go.
They bring the trap, a perfect pass right into the pocket. Allie Gillis reins it home, and it's timeout time for Randy Kaufman.
What a big shot. They didn't need it. It doesn't matter. Full timeout on the floor. Allie Gillis, a huge one. She's got 7 points, and we'll step aside. You're listening to the Class 4A state quarterfinals presented by RECO on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RECO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgoreco.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
We're back here in the Glass House. Cookeville leads it 48-39 with 2:55 remaining here in the fourth quarter after the huge three made by Allie Gillis from the left wing from way downtown. Cookeville leads by 9. I mentioned how big would it be to go up by 3 possessions, and Allie Gillis said, all right, here it is. Now they lead by 9, their biggest lead of the ball game.
A frustrating game for Allie Gillis. She's been in foul trouble throughout. She's just played 9 minutes, but she hits the shot of the game so far to finally give Cookeville the separation they've been looking for. That's big time by the senior.
Page basketball out of the timeout. They've got 2 timeouts remaining with 2:45 to play. They trail by 9. Into the corner it goes. This is Espelette on the drive. Gillis defending. Really good defense. Stays straight up, and it's missed. Here's Charlie Roby now with the basketball, trying to bring it ahead on Hauptman. Gets past her with a tight dribble across the timeline and sets up the offense.
Welcome to the Charlie Roby Academy, Hauptman. That was impressive.
That's going to be off the leg of Hauptman and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Cavaliers here on the near sideline. Charlie Roby's so good.
She is awesome.
She is so good at that point guard position, both defending and able to handle the basketball, get inside, and her progression over the last 4 years has been great as well.
Ryan Lahan recruits the daylights out of the Upper Cumberland Johnson University coach. He's got another good one.
That's a save and a half by Carolee Gilbert. It got deflected, and she smacks it towards Lauren Gillis. Cookeville still with the basketball. Carolee Gilbert on the far sideline, 2:05 to go. Here's Roby as they're just wasting this clock away.
No shots.
Gillis on the near sideline, now on the left wing, dumps it down low. It is turned over. Gentry Maddox steps in front of the pass and takes it away. Under 2 minutes to play. Maddox being defended by Garrett. In some trouble. 5-second count is on. How is that not 5 seconds? I don't know. Porter on the top of the key, trying to drive, kicks off into the corner. Hauptman will drive right baseline, into the corner, 3 on the way from Bushman. No good off the heel, and the long rebound in the hands of the Lady Cavaliers. Carolee Gilbert taps it ahead, now slows it down. Here's Allie Gillis in the front court, out near half court, finds her sister Lauren. She is bumped and fouled. That was the quietest whistle of all time.
No, there's not a lot of wind left for him to get it out.
And that goes on Lily Espelette. That is her 5th personal foul, and she is out of this game with 90 seconds to go.
At a certain point, I think the whistle stops working.
It's got so many.
It's been used so much that there's not enough to even let it happen.
So Espelette fouls out. Checking in is Maddox. Callie Gilbert is in for Sadie Garrett for the Lady Cavaliers. 90 seconds to go here in the quarterfinals. It's been a grind. It normally is for the Lady Cavaliers, and you said it yesterday for White County. Doesn't matter how it looks. Just matters if you get the job done. And now a foul called on Mia Hauptman. This will be 2 free throws for Carolee Gilbert at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line with 1:26 to go.
Just make your free throws, protect the basketball. You're into the Final Four. It is that simple at this point. Just Cookeville.
Continually impressed by this Cookeville team, because if you come watch them and they're warming up pregame and you're saying, how is this team 28-4 on the season, about to be 29-4, and move to the 4A semifinals for the 2nd straight year?
Because they know how to win, Jacob, and that is the most underrated key attribute. Do you know how to win, and can you complement each other? They can do both of those, and they are going to win this basketball game here this morning.
Carolee Gilbert hits both from the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. It's 50-39. Biggest lead of the game with 1:18 to go in the 4th. Just a clinical performance for this Cookeville team. Porter a 3 is good. And a timeout taken by Page. It's an 8-point game with 1:11 to go as Jordan Porter knocks down her second made 3 of the contest. We'll keep it right here. Page takes their penultimate timeout. They've got 1 more to go with 1:11 to play. 50-42 here. We appreciate the Real Estate Collective for being the presenting sponsor of the Cookeville Lady Cavaliers here in the postseason, making this broadcast possible. As Noah mentioned yesterday on the White County broadcast, it's not cheap to come do these games and to come cover these games for all the Upper Cumberland teams, and we appreciate RECO for making it possible. Hopefully you guys appreciate RECO for making this broadcast possible as well, and we will continue on with the Lady Cavaliers here throughout the postseason into the semifinals on Friday. There are sponsorship spots available for White County broadcast coming up on Friday. They play right before Cookeville. They play at 2:15.
It's going to be back and forth. We got both available tomorrow, a few spots available. So send us a message to our Facebook page. Starts at $100. We'll get you on both those broadcasts. You want to be on both. You see the audience. It's huge. People get worried about audio only. We pull the numbers. Don't worry about it. Your business will be seen by thousands of people.
We're going to be busy tomorrow.
Yeah, and it could be even more. We've got Gordonsville, Wayne
We've
County
got
later on
3
today.
tomorrow.
We've got Van Buren County against Greenfield later on as well. It is complete comprehensive coverage from the glass house.
1:11 remaining here in the fourth, and Charlie Roby will be fouled by Mia Hauptman. That's her third personal. It'll be 2 shots at the line for Charlie Roby with 70 seconds to go as reality starts to set in for these Page Lady Patriots, a team that fell to a very good Coffee County team a year ago in the region semifinals. They make it to a state tournament this year. They had won 14 games in a row. This is only going to be their second loss in the state of Tennessee, as Charlie Roby is good on the first.
You've got to commend. This could have gone a different way in a hurry with the way this game was officiated in the third quarter, but we talked about it. It was a bad whistle both ways, and Cookeville was just slowly inching away, and then they made a couple of gigantic shots in this fourth quarter. It's closing time now.
Roby hits both. 3 on the way. No good. Rebound down to Page with 1 minute remaining in a 10-point game. Here's Porter. Porter being defended by Garrett. Backs up. Looking to fire it away. She does. It's way off the mark. Rebound out of bounds. Belongs to Cookeville. And Porter, that 3 on the last possession, that was the first made field goal by Page in the second half. Yeah, they led by 1 at halftime.
The defense was great, and it was great while being put in a little bit of handcuffs. And so that just, you know how to win. You've been in games that are officiated like this. You've been in games where it's been a loose whistle, and that's a very smart timeout by Allie Gillis to avoid a 5-second violation.
Yeah, just a 30-second timeout. They're struggling to get it in with 51.8 seconds play. And, yeah, you said it. I mean, this senior class have won well over 100 ball games here into now their third state tournament. They're back into the semifinals for a second straight season, and I think they feel even more confident going into it this year. They played Bartlett last year. They've already played them this year and beat them this year. They feel like they should have beat them last year. They just had such an awful shooting half in the first half. They couldn't get back into the basketball game. Now, Bearden is a very good basketball team as well. It's going to be a tough matchup no matter what in the semifinals.
This 4A bracket is very, very good. Bradley Central's a pretty big favorite today. Everything else is up in the air. Cookeville's going to have to continue to play their best, but if they do, they're going to have a chance to win on Friday and give themselves a shot at a gold ball.
Gillis, a baseball pass ahead. Callie Gilbert tracks it down. Cookeville basketball. Gilbert being raced down is going to be fouled by Johnson James, and that was a little bit extra afterwards from Johnson James. Just a 2-hand shove into the chest of Callie Gilbert. And they will have a conversation if this was intentional or not.
Absolutely an intentional foul.
But
this poor guy.
If I know this official at all, he's going to go with just a common foul. And he does just call it a common foul.
How is it a hold if it's 2 hands into the chest with a shove?
It's the first on Johnson James. Callie Gilbert will be at the Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate free throw line, and she is good on the first.
Hey, by the way, I didn't give my disclaimer earlier. If you missed it, this is a Cookeville broadcast. Just congratulations on a great season if you're a Page fan, but we're happy you lost.
Cookeville in the basketball game, 21 of 28 from the charity stripe. And now another make for Callie Gilbert, who's been great. She's got 16 points off the bench for this Lady Cavaliers squad. Back-to-back games where the bench has been huge for Cookeville. 54, 42, 45 seconds to go. On the wing, Johnson James fires the 3. It's no good. Rebound down to Hauptman. She puts it back up and in for 2. And the final timeout taken by Page with 38 seconds to go in a 10-point game, 54 to 44. We'll keep it right here. Going to be a big win for the Lady Cavaliers. They're going to improve to 29-4 on the season, and we'll have a chance for win number 30 tomorrow afternoon. 4 o'clock, they'll play right after the White County Warriorettes at 2:15. So we'll have back-to-back broadcast games, 2 different streams coming up tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, I should say. And then we may even have 2 more games after those 3 that we already have coming up tomorrow. York Institute playing in the early game at 9:30 tomorrow. We'll have website coverage presented by Risher Roofing, and that broadcast, or in that basketball game. And then, of course, at 2:15 and at 4 o'clock, White County and Cookeville following each other.
Our friends Gary Clark, WDEB, will have the broadcast. Absolutely. If you want to hear the York game tomorrow at 9:30 a.m., you can tune in there. We'll have your action for Cookeville and White County, and hopefully we have Gordonsville, of course, 104.1 The Ranch will be here for that, and Van Buren County rematch in the state championship game in the nightcap. We've got first game, last game today. We've got first game guaranteed tomorrow.
Possibly last game as well.
It probably will happen. Let's go.
10-point lead out of the timeout. No timeouts remaining, and a foul whistled on Porter. I'm not sure what she's complaining about. Reached across the body of Carolee Gilbert, and will be 2 shots at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line with 37 seconds to go in a 10-point game.
With how today's been called, that's absolutely a foul. There's no argument. That is a foul. So 11 fouls in this quarter, by the way. 28 in the second half.
Yeah, it's been better here in the fourth.
That's a low bar.
Gilbert's free throw, it's a rare miss. She does miss it, though. It's her third miss today. It's a 90% free throw shooter, and she's missed 3 times today. She'll have one more, doesn't matter. 37 seconds to go in a 10-point game. Her second from the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Rattles good. And Kara Lee leads with 17 on the day. 55-44. Porter steps into a deep ball. High arcing three. Doesn't even look like, and she throws a 3 in the air. You're going to lose. Cookeville leads 55-47 with 24 seconds to go. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with Cookeville on the far sideline. Now she is staring down Kara Lee Gilbert. Interesting decision.
You
This
better
one
not look at me.
tossed into the backcourt. Stolen away by Page, and a foul
Just a
whistle
fourth.
on Kara Lee Gilbert.
No free throws.
That's her fourth. That is the team's fourth. And Page will inbound here on the near sideline with 19 seconds to go in an 8-point game. No timeouts remaining for Page. They are in the bonus. That is not team foul number 5.
It's
and that is
absolutely
not
not team
5
foul
on
number
Kara Lee
5.
Gilbert. She's got 4. That is 100% not
It is
5 fouls
not
on
team
Kara
foul
Lee
number
Gilbert.
5.
No, they're saying that's 5 on Kara Lee, I
It
think.
is definitely not that either. It's her 4th.
So there is all kinds of confusion. I know I'm on top of it. I've had every single one today. So the scores table somehow is wrong.
It also, I believe, was team foul number 4.
It was 100%.
And
It's
they're
the
going to
4th
the
on
line.
Kara Lee, and it's the 4th team foul on the
Correct.
Lady Cavaliers. It should be sideline out of bounds for Page. And Kara Lee Gilbert's not
And
coming
now
out of this
Paige is going
basketball
to get a
game.
free timeout because
They
of
may
it.
get 2 free throws, too. So they're talking about it at the scores table right now. It's 55-47 with 19 seconds remaining. And the officials making sure everything's squared away. And now Cookeville will head to the bench as well. and
4th
get-
personal foul and 4th team foul.
that is correct. So they announced that over the PA. Now I don't know what they're talking about because that's correct. So it will be sideline out of bounds for Page here on the near sideline with
Listen.
19 seconds to go.
Okay, I'm not going to make a joke. This is dead serious. TWSAA has to do something to get better officials
Yep.
into the state tournament. It is every year, and when everybody around from the respective areas goes, now listen, the Upper Cumberland has a very good official here. But when everybody on Media Row says, oh, he's not a very good official, how are they here?
3 on the way from Hauptman is short and out of bounds. It's Cookeville basketball with 14 seconds to go. Callie Gilbert's going to check in here for the Lady Cavaliers. Page is still full court pressing, down by 8 with 14 seconds to play. And now they're going to change it and give it to Page. So Page will have the basketball with 14 seconds to go.
After Paige shot an air ball.
Yep. Checking in for the first time is Cameron Hudson for this Page team. Inbound to Bushman, tapped away by Gillis. It goes into the backcourt, tracked down by Bushman. 10 seconds to go. Bushman brings it back ahead, drives inside, right hand off the window. No, I'm surprised they didn't call a foul. 5 seconds to play. Cookeville will dribble it out. Callie Gilbert dumps off to Allie Gillis, and that is the final buzzer. Final score, 55-47. The Lady Cavaliers are moving on to the 4A semifinals.
Great win for the Cookeville Lady Cavaliers. Survive and advance. They had a worthy adversary today in the form of this Page team. It's just their second in-state loss. It's their first in-state regulation loss this season. You find a way to win. You lose your post presence with Tanaya Dirksen. You're in all sorts of foul trouble the whole game. The whistles are atrocious, but you win the basketball game. You make free throws. You get a huge performance out of your freshmen. And then how about the big-time 3 in the face of adversity for Allie Gillis? That was the backbreaker to push it to 9. A gutsy win for a Cookeville team that it is go time for this group of young ladies. They find a way to get it done today.
I think more impressively in that second half as well, they didn't allow a field goal until it was junk time in the end. Page finally did hit 3 baskets there late in the fourth quarter, but that was by the time the game was pretty much over with. defensively, they turned it on in that third quarter. Everybody was hitting free throws in the third quarter, and you said it too. They got timely shots and some big shots. I think it all started with that sequence where Carolee Gilbert gets a pass from her sister Callie, takes it in, gets fouled, and finishes. They go up by 6, and Cookeville never looked back after that. What a big win for the Lady Cavaliers. Trailed by as many as 10 in the first half, and they win the game 55-47. Go through some of these final stats here in this basketball game. The leading scorer today for the Lady Cavaliers was Carolee Gilbert. She was tremendous, knocking down free throws, hitting big-time shots. And how about her sister as well?
Yep.
She had 16.
Yep, huge.
They combined for 33.
Huge. You cannot understate, with Allie Gillis getting into immediate foul trouble, Callie Gilbert coming in, the 8 points in the second quarter kept them afloat. It really sparked the run for them. They were down 10 early, and Callie Gilbert got it rolling. She reined in a 3, and you kind of felt the exhale for Cookeville's fans. Okay, it's not the Bartlett game last year where nothing would go in. You're going to make some shots in this game. She set the tone. Carolee Gilbert is a superstar. Every time we talk about Carolee Gilbert, we talk about how she's a superstar. Not a surprise, her performance, not a surprise for any of these girls, but Callie Gilbert, her first game on this stage, looked right at home. She looks like somebody who's watched games here for the past several years. Big-time performance by a lot of Lady Cavaliers. A game they easily could have lost and had plenty of excuses for why it would have happened. But as we said earlier, and how former Lady Cavaliers said in the comment section, Emma Webb, they just know how to win.
They absolutely do, and they win their 29th ball game of the year. They're now 29-4 on the season. And the final score today, 55-47. For the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game, I'm interested to see who you go with here.
Yeah, I mean, we already talked about 2 players. I'm going to go with the freshman. I think Callie Gilbert played a gigantic role in this basketball game. We just talked about how she really kept him afloat. Callie Gilbert, about 16 in your Glass House debut. She's the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game.
The Lady Cavaliers are moving on into the state semifinals. They'll get the winner of Bartlett and Bearden. That game is coming up in just about 13 minutes here at the Murphy Center. They'll play at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, immediately following White County, who plays at 2:15. Again, those 2 games are broadcast games. There are sponsorship spots available starting at $100. Reach out to us on the Upper Cumberland Reporter Facebook page. Send us a message, and we'll get you set up for those basketball games. We appreciate the Real Estate Collective for being the presenting sponsor of the Lady Cavaliers here this week in the postseason, and they'll be the presenting sponsor of the Lady Cavaliers coming up tomorrow as well. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Our day is not done. We've got a couple more games on the way. 4 o'clock, Wayne County and Gornsville, and then the nightcap at 8:45 is the rematch of the 1A state title between Van Buren County and Greenfield. Website coverage presented by Risher Roofing is on the way later on today. For Noah McKay, I'm Jacob Vincent, and the rest of the UCR crew here in Murfreesboro. The Lady Cavaliers move on with a final score 55-47.